A civil rights group petitions Bexar County judges to adopt no cash bail. The San Antonio City Council OKs an agreement to let SAISD raze the Beacon Hill Elementary building. And today is the final day of early voting in San Antonio's Texas House runoff. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Friday, March 8th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. After months of wrangling about what to do with the deteriorating Beacon Hill Elementary School building, Thursday the San Antonio City Council unanimously approved a deal to allow the San Antonio Independent School District to raze the structure if it implements a preservation curriculum for students. The deal marks the end of an escalating showdown between the city and SAISD, which has long wanted to demolish the building. Last November, the city's Historic and Design Review Commission recommended a historic landmark designation for the West Ashby Place building, which was constructed in 1915. But SAISD said the crumbling structure endangered students, would cost millions of dollars to restore, and that the next-door Beacon Hill Academy needed more outside space. And on Thursday, SAISD got its wish. In exchange for a demolition permit, the district will pay for and complete a visual documentation of the old school and inventory its buildings to identify historic resources. It will also design and implement a preservation curriculum for students at several schools. The deal was struck by SAISD, the Office of Historic Preservation, and Councilman and Architect Roberto Trevino, who had supported restoring the building. And while the vote was unanimous, the sentiment among the council was not. Find more details at expressnews.com. While District Attorney Joe Gonzalez announced a new plan to resolve concerns that the county's system is unfair to those who don't have enough money for bail, Thursday, a civil rights group delivered thousands of signatures on petitions seeking to end the practice of cash bail for nonviolent misdemeanors. Members of the Texas organizing projects Right to Justice and Color of Change marched in front of and around the historic Bexar County Courthouse, holding white crosses with the names of nearly a dozen people they say have died pre-trial in Bexar County Jail over the past 3 years. Organizers say people of color are disproportionately impacted by cash bail because they cannot afford or do not have the means to pay bail, and that many people end up staying incarcerated or deciding to plead guilty simply because they don't have the money to pay. Under cash bail, a person needs to pay the bail amount before they can be released to ensure that they show up for a court hearing. For larger amounts, a person can use a bail bond company to post a bond, usually 10% of the bail amount, to be released from incarceration. Bexar County judges recently rejected and questioned the legality of a reform plan that was enacted in Houston, the seat of Harris County, after that county was sued. The Texas Code of Criminal Procedure dictates rules on setting bail amounts, and Bexar County's misdemeanor judges argue local judges don't have authority to make that call, and that the Harris County plan may defy state law. The December death of a grandmother with mental illness at the Bexar County Jail drew national attention to the issue. Janice Dotson Stevens' bail was only $300, and she died in jail after being incarcerated for 5 months on a criminal trespass charge. And today is the last day of early voting in the San Antonio runoff that will decide the city's newest state representative in the Texas House. Republican businessman Fred Ronhell and former city councilman and Democrat Ray Lopez are seeking the District 125 seat that covers a swath of the west and northwest sides. Ronhell and Lopez emerged from a crowded field of 5 candidates in the February 12th special election, where no candidate received 50% of the vote. As of Thursday night, more than 3,800 people had cast early votes in the runoff, a slightly higher sum than the entire 12 days of early voting for the first election. Unlike Election Day on March 12th, early voters can cast their ballots today at any of 7 early voting sites from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Find more election information on the county's election website, bexar.org. Justin Rodriguez vacated the Texas House District 125 seat in January when he accepted a post on the Bexar County Commissioner's Court. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Friday, March 8th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.